If you're not speaking, I'll be able to please kindly mute your microphones. And the order is that we are going to, of course, have opening remarks for this meeting, which I'll do. I'll invite the Chamber President, Mr. Richard Ngatia from Kenya National Chamber of Commerce to address. Secondly, we are going to welcome address by the Chairman of Belarusian Chamber, Mr. Vladimir Ulukovich. Thereafter, 11:20-25 there, we'll have the welcome address by the Minister of Foreign Affairs from the Republic of Kenya, by Mr. Fred Matwangwa. Welcome address by the Ambassador of the Extraordinary Plenary Session of the Republic of Belarus, His Excellency Mr. Pavel. Then we'll have the signing ceremony. Thereafter, we'll have presentations from the Kenya Investment Authority and from Belarusian Trade and Finance International Business Department, Development Bank of the Republic of Belarus. Then we'll have Q&A, and this session will end approximately 15 minutes past 12 Kenyan time. We'll allow, because we are late, maybe 7 minutes right now. We'll allow maybe 10 minutes if there are going to be a lot of Q&A. So I would like us now to, maybe for the IT department, you can let in the other members to attend. Just to note, for the team that is attending, today we are privileged to have the Chamber President of Kenya National Issues on Agriculture. We have the Chairman of the Agriculture Committee, is a member of the National Board of Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, representing one of the here today. Is there as a chairman of Agriculture Sectoral Committee of Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industries. We are indeed honored, of course, also to have, I think Fred Matwangwa has joined in, and I don't know whether Mr. Pius Rotich and Peter Kirigwa. Mr. Fred Matwangwa comes from Foreign Affairs, from the Trade and Economic Relation. Fred Matwangwa, you can test your microphone. Okay, Fred. Peter, so I think we shall be starting in the next 2 minutes. So the IT department, can you allow the other members to join? Yes, I can see. Yeah, we're quite having very good attendance. We're already at 41 participants today. We are going to officially start in the next 2 minutes.
Mr. Vice President, you did ask if I am around. I just want to confirm that Pius Rotich is in attendance.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Pius Rotich, I've been looking for you, and I can see you very clearly. We can hear you with your team. Maybe you can say a word of hi. We are going to begin in the next 1 minute, and we are really privileged from the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and honored that the Ministry of Trade, Cooperatives and Trade Development is attending today through the Kenya Investment Authority. Thank you, Pius.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. President, Chamber of Commerce, and the Vice President, and all the participants for today. We look forward to engaging with you today. Thank you. Welcome and for this virtual session in Kenya, and we want to say that you are welcome. We will be able to take you through all what is available.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we officially begin today's session. I am Dr. Rutoke Eric, the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Vice President, first Vice President. It is indeed an honor as a Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industries and the entire business community in Kenya to host this first Kenya-Belarus virtual business forum. To grace this occasion today, we are privileged to have the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Chamber President, Mr. Richard Ngatia, who is going to address this session. And thereafter, we are also going to have a virtual signing ceremony of our cooperation between Chamber of Commerce Kenya and the Chamber of Commerce Belarus. I would also like to appreciate His Excellency's ambassadors who are present here, the ambassador of Belarus to Kenya, His Excellency Mr. Pavel Vitskin. In addition to that, also we are lucky as the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce to have our partners from government. We are going to have Mr. Fred Matwangwa, Director of Economic and Commercial Diplomacy, Kenya, is going to give an address and to this session. We are also privileged to have Mr. Pius Rotich, who is a Senior Manager Marketing Kenya Investment Authority. From the Belarusian side, we have Valery Bagdovosky, Head of the International Cooperation, Department of Ministry of Agriculture and Food of the Republic of Belarus, and then Mr. Pavel Shavibosky, Trade Structure Finance International Business Department, Development Bank of the Republic of Belarus, the Chairman of Agricultural Committee for Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Fred Gitonga, who is joined us today, and other dignitaries. We would like to really welcome you, and I will go straight to welcome our distinguished all participants and our distinguished Chamber President, Mr. Richard Ngatia, to address and welcome the participants in this forum. Sir, Chamber President Richard Ngatia, welcome. The Chamber President is almost joining us. So I'd like to proceed to the next, which is, we also have our Secretariat, which are going to take minutes, and appreciate the deliberations for this meeting. To the next, I would want to welcome address by the Chairman of Belarusian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. But before I do that, maybe before the Chamber President comes in, as the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, I would like to appreciate the relationship, very warm relationship that we've had between the Belarusian Embassy here in Kenya and the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I know this embassy was established in 2017. It's approximately 4 years since it was established. We have had a very good relationship with the immediate outgoing ambassador and with your trade commercial attaché, Mr. Roman. We've had a lot of discourse across the country. We visited several businesses for us to be able to build economic relations. And as a Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, we want to appreciate that very practical relationship between ourselves and your embassy, Belarusian embassy here in Kenya. To add on that, you participated in an exhibition forum, a trade fair, which was held in Kenya in 2019. And we did have several business people attending your forum, and there was several signing in of trade opportunities, especially in the agri sector, and to specifically in terms of manufacturing of tractors or Belarusian tractor here in Kenya. What I would say is that for Belarus, Kenya is a very ripe country for purposes of investment. We have a very vibrant private sector, and as a Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, we are ready to present you the opportunities that you have, the right partners for joint ventures, and the business intelligence for any products that your country would like to export to Kenya. Equally, as a Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, we'll also want to explore Belarus and the greater Belarusian region, because we know we have quite a number of exciting products. Of course, starting from our #1 export, which is tea, we have coffee, we have cut flowers. We also have other things like nuts and other greater agricultural products, because our country is mainly agricultural based. And maybe from your country, we are looking for, because you are like leading in terms of agri equipment, we are looking for transfer of technology to have Belarusian companies to be able to bring their technology here. And especially in agriculture sector, agri-processing, smallholder farms, there is a very big opportunity for us to be able to participate in that. And in the agriculture sector, I would like to welcome you because we are planning the first African food and expo in 2022 December. So it's going to be international. So I would like to welcome, because we want to give partners good ample time. So at least 1 year, 3 months for them to attend this forum. We'll be having it in Nairobi, and it's going to be attended by approximately from 25 countries in the East African region, the Eastern African and the Greater Africa. So I would want to welcome the Belarusian business people and the Belarusian Chamber to be able to attend this session in December of 2022 that touches specifically the subject for today, the agri sector. So therefore, as we wait the Chamber President to attend, I would like to give the second person to address this session, who is the chairman of the Belarusian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Vladimir Yulakovic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And good morning, everyone. First of all, allow me on behalf of the Belarusian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, on behalf of the Belarusian Business Society, to express our warm greetings from Minsk to everyone, especially our appreciation for our partner, the Nairobi, Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And of course, I would like to express our appreciation, our diplomats, and first of all, His Excellency, our ambassador extraordinary and plenipotentiary of our country in Kenya, Mr. Pavel Zhatkin, also Mr. Director of Economic and Commercial Diplomacy, Mr. Frederick Martin-Wanga. So when the diplomats support the business, that's very important and very positive signal. I'm very glad to participate in this event because I'm sure this will be the new big step for developing our relationship in the business sphere and economic trade. And of course, that's also one of the very positive signal for developing our relation between our countries. I'm sure that everyone knows that Belarus is a country with open economy. We have over than 160 countries in the world as our trade partners, and some our brands and our products, especially food products, machinery products, our brands are well known around the world. And of course, we have some positive experience of our cooperation with African partners. And I'm sure that we have the big potential for developing our relationship on the base of the mutual interests and the mutual profits between Kenya and Belarus. We try to also assist our Kenyan businessmen to open the Belarus as a partner, as a serious partners. And I'm sure that for the Belarus Business Society, Kenya, it's a very interesting partner in the different sector of our cooperation. The Belarus, as I mentioned, we have some positive experience of cooperation with some African countries in different sectors, and we can provide our activity in different direction of cooperation, especially in that industry, especially in the machinery sector. We have positive experience to create in Africa some assembly unit. In this sector, for example, we have the big assembly unit in Alexandria in the north of Africa, in Egypt, for Belarus brands as a Belarus tractor, mass truck, and other one. And of course, the Belarusian food products is quite well known in African countries too. What besides, what is other sector of our cooperation, we have traditional service in education sphere, in our university for preparation in the sphere of the medicine, engineering. It's also one of the possibility to develop our relationship. And the new sector, of course, the new technology, especially in the IT sector, because the Belarusian high-tech park is one of the very famous platforms in the world. Now it's over than 1,000 1,021 residents working in this platform, and we have also very, very successful business in this sphere. So we have a lot of possibility for developing our relationship, and the role of the chambers is very serious and very important because our common mission to support the business in our cooperation, to support each our companies to find a potential partner and develop our relationship. So I'm very glad that we are together with our partner, with Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, now ready to confirm our common intention in our agreement to support our relationships. So I would like to wish everyone, all participants, all the best and success. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Chairman, sir, for your remarks. And I really want to affirm that already we have one of our members, Mr. Peter Kirigwa, and I think there is a process of collaboration between the machinery and the assembly units for Belarusian tractors and Kenya here, and is in attendance. He also acts as the chairman of East Africa, West Africa, and South American Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And we shall give him an opportunity to be able to address this session for today. Kindly distinguished leaders of the business community and the delegates, I want to welcome now Mr. Gitonga. I want to welcome the next speaker on this session for today. Just allow me a few minutes to check, because Mr. Gitonga was going to be here shortly. We want to give Mr. Pius Rotich to be able to address this session as we wait for the signing ceremony when the chamber presidents arrive. So maybe let me give Mr. Pius Rotich to make a few comments before I give to our counterpart from Belarus, Mr. Valery Bagnovoski. Thank you. So Mr. Pius Rotich from the Ministry of Trade, welcome.
From the Investment Promotion Agency, from Kenya Investment Authority. This is Pius from Kenya Invest. Can I? Okay, maybe Pius,
we cannot hear you a little bit clearly. Maybe you can move closer to the microphone, and there is a lot of echo from your side. Maybe if you are closer to the microphone, it will be better. Thank you.
Okay, so I continue with the presentation as we wait for the chamber president.
Proceed, Mr. Pius. Proceed.
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to say that welcome the Belarusian delegation to Kenya. This virtual meeting, I know it has been tough, but of course, I think once we are through with this pandemic, we shall be able to actually go back to business as usual, whereby we will be meeting physically and also will be welcoming them, the Belarusian investors, to come to Kenya to come and see for themselves what is available in the country. So on behalf of the Board of Directors and the Government of the Republic of Kenya, may I take this opportunity to tell you that you are welcome to Kenya, and we are ready to hold your hand so that we can be able to give you the investment opportunities in the country as you wish. I represent Kenya Investment Authority, and Kenya Invest is a statutory body established in 2004, and currently we are operating under an Act of Parliament, Investment Promotion Act, whereby we have been given powers actually to promote and facilitate local and foreign investors, investments in the country. So how do we do that? We do that by giving out opportunities to potential investors. We do what we call investment facilitation. We assist local and foreign investors to settle in the country. We do also what we call aftercare services, whereby we take care of investors who have decided to invest in the country, And we do what we call policy advocacy. That is, we advise the government from time to time so that they can be able to create an environment, an enabling environment in this country conducive for private sector investment. So we have also one-stop center, which is operated here, the Kenya government one-stop center, which it was established in order to reduce the bureaucracy within the government, so that investors could just come here as a one point whereby you are going to get all your licenses, all the information which are required. So we would like to say that we work closely with foreign partners, foreign business associations, the Chamber of Commerce here, the private sector associations based in Kenya, in order to give facilitation and opportunities to investors. We call ourselves the private sector body within the government, whereby we have to ensure that all private sector investment in the country are done in a good manner. We're saying that the government has got no business doing business, and therefore it is the private sector who are going to do business in this country. So we have created that platform in order for the private sector to come and invest, to come and make profits, and maybe reinvest, and possibly repatriate back to their countries. But you are saying that we give you this opportunity on behalf of the Republic of Kenya, free of charge. We don't charge these services, which are very, very critical to the investors. So why Kenya and why now? We are saying that Kenya currently is actually the hub. It is sub-Saharan Africa countries' most exciting locations with a lot of business opportunities. If you want to reach Africa, or the whole of East Africa and Africa, then you have to be based in Nairobi. If you are going to base your business or investment in any other location, I would like to let you know that you will be making maybe a wrong decision. If you want to make a right decision to invest in Africa, then Nairobi is the hub, and that is why we are saying we welcome all Belarusian investors to come and do business in the country. We are also the logistics hub of the country, of the region, and we are assured that through Kenya Airways, which flies to almost every part of Africa, especially during this pandemic. What does Kenya offer? Kenya offers a lot of investment opportunities, and especially in the government blueprint, what we call Kenya Vision 2030, we have the Big Four agenda, where we have identified the sectors in order for us to fast track so that we can achieve the development of this country. And in so doing, we would like to urge you all to explore new investment opportunities in the country, and we are assuring you of an enabling business environment. In terms of agriculture sector, we're saying that agriculture is the backbone of the country. Agriculture sector is competitive and attractive owing to the country's favorable climatic conditions. First and fertile arable land is available in the country and a strategic location. So we are saying that if you want to come and do business in terms of the agriculture sector, you will be able to get various opportunities in the country, because 75% of our population actually relies on agriculture sector. The government is actually making this thing, agriculture to be vibrant by creating market access opportunities and so on and so forth. We have also the incentives which have been prepared by the Republic of Kenya, and several opportunities are available, incentives are available, and we are going to share with you this presentation after our meeting today, through the special economic zones, through the export processing zone, and so on and so forth. We also guarantee you that there are several investment opportunities within the value chain, be it in Kalana Kulalu, a project which has been proposed by government, be it in mango processing, be it in livestock development. All these are available for you. Because of time, we shall be able to share with you as we go along. And for more information on these investment opportunities which are available in the country, we would like you to visit our website, which is e-opportunities. We've got about over 400 investment profile projects, whereby you can get actually information on those specific projects, and we shall be able to share with you this presentation so that you can get the web address of these opportunities for you to get a snapshot of the opportunities available. We also realize that trade between Kenya and Belarus is quite small, and we need to work much more harder in order for us to increase this trade and investment between the two countries, because we are realizing that the figures are very minimal, and that we export about cut flowers, vegetable fats and oils, and the top inputs include measuring apparatus, worn clothing and clothing accessories, which is not good for the country, of course, because of we also want to promote our textile industry, printed books, medical appliances, electrical transformers, refrigerators, electrical motors, and so on and so forth. So we are potential export products from Kenya include, of course, coffee, we have dairy products, we have livestock and livestock products, and leather products. So we need to focus on some of these products so that we increase trade between the two countries. So I would like to ask the chamber that we work together in packaging these opportunities so that we can increase our share of exports to these destinations. I want to say that once the Belarusian investors come to invest in the country, you are guaranteed, of course, your investment is safe in the country, because there is no foreign exchange control. We allow for full repatriation of profits, capital or interest. We are also signatory to Foreign Investment Protection Act, FIBA, which guarantees against expropriation of investment by the government by ensuring investment by foreigners is protected. We are also members of the International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes, and we are also members of the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, MIGA, which provide political risk insurance guarantees to private sector investors and lenders in member countries. We are also a member of African Trade Insurance Agency, which provides export credit, political risks insurance, and investment insurance, lowering the risk and cost of doing business. We want to say that explicitly, the Constitution of Kenya guarantees private property, and that there's been no private property which has been, of course, nationalized by the Republic of Kenya. We have one-stop center, as I've told you, one-stop business center to support business facilitation and investment in the country, and almost done. And we are saying that, yes, and we are saying that.
Wait, excuse me. Kasaba.
Continue, Pius. Just continue,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the step-by-step guide to doing business in the country? We would like to urge you that you can visit our website, www.invest.go.ke, and from there you can register your business with the Registrar of Companies under the one-stop center here, and you can apply for statutory requirements. It's very easy because you can do all these things online. You register for VAT registration, you register with the National Social Security Fund, and so on and so forth. And then you can acquire the single business permit from the local relevant local authority. Then from there you submit your investment application form with the copies of certificate of incorporation, registration, and certificate of compliance, and memorandum of articles of association to kind of invest so that we can approve this investment for you. We issue the what we call investment certificate from Invest upon looking at some of the sectors, which includes health, environment, and security requirements. But we are not going to say that if your investment touches on health, environment, or security, that we are going to send you to go and look for regulators out there. We shall handhold you so that we can be able to take you through those ministries or departments which are handling these sectors, and be able and we will be able to acquire these licenses for you to start your business in the country. Once the company begins operation in the country, can invest and undertakes what we call tracking services to ensure smooth project implementation, and from there we can undertake aftercare as an institution. Remember These are government agencies, these are government institutions, and our services are fully paid by the Republic of Kenya. I want to say that I want to urge the Belarusian investors to come and do business in the country, to come and invest in the country, because if you want to conquer Africa, you have to conquer Nairobi. If you cannot conquer Nairobi, then you cannot claim to have come to Africa. We want to assure you that Kenya is the place to be, because I want to quote one of my friends, Mr. Stephen Hayes, from the former president of the Corporate Council on Africa, who said, if you are going to do business in Africa, Kenya is almost a requirement. So if you want to be successful in Africa, you must be in the country. So with those few remarks, Dr. Ruta, I would like to say that and to urge all the investors to make it Kenya, because we have got several opportunities for the Belarusian investors. We are here with my colleagues, Joseph Kemboy, Catherine, Sylvia Mwako, and Kissinger, in order for them to answer your questions whenever you have those questions to be you want to be clarified. And I'm so happy to say that we are blessed today to meet you, because this is one of the first chances we are meeting the Belarusian investors, and we want to continue with the same spirit. Thank you very much, Dr. Ruta.
Okay, thank you very much, Pius Rotich. Definitely, thanks a lot for giving an insight on what government is doing in terms of attracting foreign investment, in terms of regulatory and legal requirements, and the opportunities that the government has put into place for foreign investors to come to Kenya. And I want to affirm that with the good relationship that we have, we are going to share the 400 investment profiles that you have put for purposes of Belarusian investors who might want to invest here in Kenya. And definitely, I want to affirm and agree with you that Kenya is actually a basic requirement for you to be able to enter into Africa. And I like to say that is a hub for the East and Central Africa region. And in terms of, you talked, I think the previous speaker talked about IT. I would like to say that Kenya is one of the leading innovations here has gone across the world, including Western and Eastern parts of this globe. Therefore, allow me to go back a little bit now to government, to the foreign relation and diplomacy. I can see Fred Matwanga is ready. So I'm going to welcome in Fred Matwanga, who is the Director of Economic and Commercial Diplomacy at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And thereafter will be followed in by the Ambassador of Belarus to Kenya, Mr. Vyatkin, to be able to address this session. Thank you very much. Welcome, Fred Matwanga. And we're really happy as a business community that you are available to address this session.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rotich. And I want to take this opportunity to convey the gratitude and appreciation from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to the Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Kenya and the Chamber for Belarus for organizing this very important event. And first, I also want to acknowledge our Ambassador for Belarus, Pavel Zyetkin, for facilitating this very important business engagement. I'm very sorry that I joined the meeting a bit late because I got myself into other engagements, but I'm lucky that I've managed to be with you very briefly. And for that reason, I'll be very brief. From your discussions and from the what I've heard, I think there is a lot of scope that we can cover in terms of trade and investment or economic cooperation between Kenya and Belarus. What we need to make sure that is really facilitating the actual realization of enhancing trade and investment is to create an enabling environment between Kenya and Belarus so that the business people can engage. From the point of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, I would want to assure you that the bilateral relations between Kenya and Belarus are at their best. In this case, I know since 1993, when we established diplomatic relations, all other things have followed suit. We have seen trade between Kenya and Belarus growing since for some time. But as my colleague from Kenya Investment Authority has mentioned, the trade levels are not at where they are supposed to be. We need to do a lot to improve trade and investment between Kenya and Belarus. What are we supposed to do from the foreign affairs point of view? I want to assure the ambassador of Belarus that within the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you have a partner in me. We can work very closely to do what is required to enhance trade and investment relations between our two countries. I know there are a number of agreements and MOUs that are in the process of being discussed or that are supposed to be put in place to facilitate trade and investment. We are ready to work with the ambassador and the government of Belarus, together with our stakeholders from the Kenyan side, to ensure that these facilitative agreements and MOUs are in place to make sure to provide the enabling environment. I'll not take a lot of time to explain exactly how I feel about the relations, but the reality is from the highest level in government, starting with our president, our ministers, I think we acknowledge Belarus and the entire region where Belarus is as a key area that we need to focus our diplomatic, economic engagement. So this occasion provides the first step towards realization of the aspiration. I recall in 2017, when our two heads of state met in China during the One Belt meeting, they emphasized the need to enhance both bilateral and trade relations. It is up to us as the practitioners, it's up to you as the business people to bring this to reality. So for me, what I want to emphasize is I know we have had a number of business delegations from Belarus to Kenya. I hope you are getting the information that will help you engage within the Kenyan business community. It will be also very important for our business community to find an opportunity to visit Belarus and see for themselves what and how they can best engage with the Belarusian business community. I think from my side and with the Embassy of Belarus, we can be able to engage and facilitate as much as possible this kind of business engagement. When we talk of cordial and friendly relations between two countries, it is not just for the sake of it, but it is for the sake of the business community to take advantage and enhance their engagements. From this point, I want to stop there, but I want to assure you that from Foreign Affairs, we are together with the Kenyan business community. We can work together with the Belarusian embassy and the business community to make sure that we all benefit from these existing very casual and friendly relations. I thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Fred Matanga, who is the Director of Economic and Commercial Diplomacy at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kenya. And thank you a lot for the support that you're giving us and for the challenge that you've given us that the Kenyan business community should be able to go to Belarus to be able to explore opportunities that are available there, and equally also from Belarus to come to Kenya and the facilitation that you're going to do for that. So let me welcome His Excellency, the Ambassador of Belarus to Kenya, Mr. Pavel Vyatskin, to be able to give his remarks. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Dr. Ruta, can you hear me? I'm happy to see you today.
Very clear, very clear, very clear.
Okay, it's great. Honorable Dr. Ruta, Honorable Mr. Ulakhovich, first of all, let me express my warm greetings to all participants of Belarus-Kenya Business Forum today. So I'm really happy just to greet everyone being in Belarus during my short vacation in my native country. I'm really happy to see among the participants our Kenyan friends and partners. I would like to to welcome and express my gratitude to His Excellency Mr. Frederick Matwanga from friendly Kenyan Foreign Ministry. I definitely agree with his remarks according to our relations between our countries. Let me also from my side just to confirm that we consider Kenya as a perspective and reliable and promising partner in East Africa. So we are really interested just in developing our friendly relations between our countries. At the beginning of our event, Dr. Ruta said that we have good relations between the embassy and the chamber. So it's true, we have friendly and at the same time constructive relations with the chamber. So, and taking of this occasion, I would like to express my appreciation to the chamber for organizing today's event. So, as my colleague from Foreign Ministry told, it's a first step towards enhancing our relations in economic sphere. So let me also emphasize that our key priority as an embassy, my key priority as ambassador, is to support development, trade and economic relations between our countries. Once again, I would like to express my gratitude to the leaders of both chambers for your efforts to organize today's event in spite of obvious obstacles caused by pandemic, but anyway, we have to find some new ways just to promote business, to support business relations between our companies, between our business. So let me wish all the participants just explore new opportunity, just to find the new partners, and I'm confident that it's just first event, and we will definitely continue our relations. Once again, thank you very much, everyone, and wish everyone every success and prosperity. Thank you very much, Dr. Ruta.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Excellency Ambassador, Mr. Pavel Vyatskin. It is an honor that you found time to address us, especially that you're away in your country today. I know it's summer, it must be a very beautiful weather on that side of the country. Here in Kenya, we are lucky that right now things are looking north, things are good. So let me take this opportunity. I know we are supposed to have a signing ceremony of the MOU because we are still waiting for a chamber president. Kindly, for the presenters, allow me to please, we continue with the presentations of the panelists. And thereafter, when the chamber president comes in, we can be able to have the virtual signing of the MOU. I hope that, Ambassador, I know that was your prayer, that after your address, we do the signing. I don't know whether you still have time for a few presenters to present as we wait for the chamber president. Thank you. Maybe confirm. Ambassador, Excellent Ambassador.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'd like now to welcome in the chairman of Agriculture, Mr. Francis Gitonga, to be able to give a brief address and also a communication from the chamber president. Thank you. Francis Gitonga, welcome.
Oh, thank you, Vice Chamber President, Mr. Ruto, Dr. Ruto. His Excellency Ambassador Pavel Vyatskin, Embassy of the Republic of Belarus in Kenya, Mr. Vladimir Ulankovich, Chairman Belarusian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the Department of the National Government, led by Economic Affairs, Trade and Product, distinguished guests and participants, good morning. My name is Francis Gitonga Kimeria. I'm one of the national directors of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I'm the chairman of Agriculture and Agro-Processing. Therefore, on behalf of the Chamber President, Mr. Richard Gatia, the entire KNCCI fraternity, I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank the Embassy of the Republic of Belarus in Kenya and the Belarusian, forgive me for not pronouncing properly, Chamber of Commerce and Industry for the support and partnership we had over the years, and also welcome you all to this remarkable day for agricultural investors. The event is a proud offering of the Kenyan people who also advertise opportunities for everyone in the agricultural sector. I commend the team for making the effort to drive home a very important point that agriculture must stop being a low-income subsistence activity and transform it into a high-income employer. Agriculture interacts with manufacturing, international trade, transport, and infrastructure, banking, insurance, and other sectors. Agriculture is integral in Kenya development. The country is endowed with a favorable climate, soils, and human resources for agriculture production. It is expected that with increased productivity, commercialization and food security. An increase in the state of agriculture in agriculture sector in Kenya. Agriculture plays a vital role in Kenya's economy and significantly contributes to GDP, employment, and livelihood. It is also the highest foreign exchange earner and one of the sectors expected to drive growth towards the realization of Vision 2030. A key in our economy. Competitive advantage as an investment location for agriculture is supported by various investor-friendly factors that include availability of a well-established export market, availability of multinationals in the sector, availability of affordable labor, investor-friendly arrangements. Agriculture development remains a must reliable platform to launch our country into industrialization. Many industries in Kenya are agro-based. The demand for agriculture products is not yet fully met in many sectors. This indicates that there exists immense scope of farmers and the agro-based industries to produce, export, and generate more incomes than our presently experienced. The strengths. Enabling environment for FDI, which is foreign direct investment, with functional legislative and government instruments. Strong partnerships and platforms to discuss cross-cutting issues. Mutual recognition agreements between governments, thus shortening burdensome seed testing and legislation regulations. Existence of data and statistics guidelines that support businesses. Adequate government projects and programs to support agriculture, into bracket construction of dams, subsidies on agriculture raw materials. What opportunities do we have? We have strong engagements of research organizations to sharpen investment opportunities. Multiple frameworks existing to improve institutional governance, presence and continued support of development sectors, NGOs and counties. Investment opportunities for agriculture in Kenya, the sector enjoys a combination of active government support, favorable agroclimatic conditions, availability of low-cost farm workers, and the know-how year-round demand for certain agricultural products in international markets, and the direct air transport connections. So the business opportunities are and still exist in meat production, manufacture of sprayers and pesticides, veterinary services, construction of dams and boreholes, installation of irrigation systems and services, in support services such as cold storage facilities and refrigerated transport for horticultural and other perishable products. Horticulture That is, the business opportunity exists in the production and the export of products such as cut flowers, mangoes, macadamia nuts, French beans, avocados, carrots, passion fruits, pineapples, mushrooms, and asparagus. On edible and non-edible oil processing, we need value addition opportunities for manufacturing and production. When we look at poultry, opportunities in greenfield and brownfield set up for poultry processing facilities. Yeah, when we now go to daily processing opportunities for direct investment in processing facilities, including cold chain solutions, that is for value chains as well as flowers, and the processing facilities for daily production of high value milk, that is products such as milk powder, fermented milk, and the butter for export is encouraged. Areas of cooperation between Kenya and the Belarusian. KCCI will continue to do its part in full to promote the competitiveness of commercially oriented agriculture in Kenya. We will do this by utilizing modern and efficient agricultural technologies. Therefore, we invited the Belarusian private sector to consider investing in key development sectors that include horticulture, manufacturing, and retail services, agricultural and industrial value chain economic zones. We are looking for investors to leverage investments in food processing units and machinery to support in establishment of irrigation systems where applicable, logistics, that is storage facilities, food storage systems, value addition on food crops, and processing systems. Proposed way forward an action point, that is to develop a joint trade agreement between the two countries that will lead to a joint business council, promote industrial cooperation and technical development, Chamber to work as a facilitator and active promoter of investments and trade ties between Kenya and Belarus. That's the end of my presentation on behalf of the President. Thank you very much for listening to me. Over to Chamber First Vice President.
Thank you very much, Francis Gitonga, the Chair of Agriculture at the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And thank you very much for enumerating the activities that are available within the Kenyan industry in agriculture in terms of the opportunities for investment. And I would like to urge the Belarusian business community to be able to take up these opportunities that are available. And as a Kenyan Chamber, we are ready to provide information where the rubber meets the road when you want to invest in the sectors that have been mentioned above. I know the Chamber chairman from Belarus mentioned about science and the collaboration at the university level. I think the first entry point, we can discuss joint collaborations in terms of research and technology. And I know Belarus is highly specialized in terms of that area. So we welcome joint research activities between Kenya and Belarus, both at the government level and the business to business level. I know also in terms of the dairy industry, you're one of the leading agri-processors in the dairy sector. We would also want to welcome Belarusian manufacturers and processors to be able to come to Kenya and the East African region. This is a sector that needs a lot of investment and is ready. We can be able to provide you with business intelligent information. In addition to the other sectors that have been mentioned, of course, we have a perfect climate. We have the labor here that is well trained. Issues of production, chemicals, veterinary, agri-processing, and cold chain. We are ready to partner with you and give you very specific investment opportunities for joint corporations and even for exports to your country in terms of agricultural products. Thank you very much. I would like now to welcome in. I think we have two speakers. I know our patron members were here, including Peter Kirigwa. I'll be able to give you an opportunity maybe to give a brief address and maybe some comments, but I want to welcome in. We still have two speakers and from Belarus, and those are the ones I want to welcome right now. Just a minute as I prepare. Okay, I am told that the chamber president is there. Maybe chamber president, kindly, sir. We are privileged that you've managed to attend this session. Maybe you can just give a brief remarks before I welcome in the two other speakers from Belarus. But I'll also be standby guided by yourself, sir, and the ambassador for Belarus, whether we can go straight into the signing of the MOU between the Chamber of Commerce Kenya and the Chamber of Commerce Belarus. But sir, kindly come to address. And thereafter, we'll have two other speakers, Mr. Valery Bagdobosky and Mr. Pavel Shavyubosky from Belarus, Agriculture and International Cooperation, and Trade and Structure Finance from the Republic of Belarus, respectively. So, Chamber President, maybe you can give a brief remarks and welcome. Okay, I'm told he's listening. We can go straight into our second last panelist for today, Mr. Valery Bagdobosky. Yes. Oh,
Doctor,
Chamber President, welcome.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much. Let me just first of all take the opportunity to thank all of you, but first acknowledge the presence and the support we're getting from His Excellency Ambassador Mr. Pavel and the chairman of the Belarusian Chamber, Mr. Valdimir, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Frederick Matwanga, who has been really supporting our cause, and of course, our Vice President, Dr. Eric Ruto. My apologies that I was unable to attend this morning because I had other commitments, but I believe my director, Francis Gitonga, was able to share my remarks with you. But really, it is my pleasure to participate and contribute to this remarkable forum that brings together the business community from both countries, and we are leveraging on the cordial bilateral relations between Kenya and Belarus. I know Mr. Matwanga from Ministry of Foreign Affairs has confirmed already, and we work very closely, and the Kenya government supports this economic collaboration. Your Excellencies, we appreciate your contribution that we encourage both business in Kenya and Belarus to follow key guidelines in conducting trade, and we support our members to formalize and register their enterprises. I think that is one of the key areas that we are focusing on, so that each enterprise can be able to formalize and be able to be part of the benefits and opportunities available in these two countries. So in this agreement, the parties will agree to improve bilateral trade relationships, support and expand the development of commercial and economic ties. The parties will further agree to exchange trade, technical and economic delegations, and also promote foreign direct investment, which that is key. And our government is really looking at supporting and making sure that there is a conducive environment for the foreign direct investors. And they have put several areas that you can be able to take opportunities. One is within the special economic zones, and also what we call the export processing zones, where you will enjoy incentives from the government, which includes tax holidays of 5 to 10 years respectively. And we assure Belarus as Kenya and the private sector that will continue to engage with the business community. And then moving forward, Kenya private sector welcomes collaboration between the two countries, Belarus and Kenya, and in high value investments, which will be benefit to both. I want to tell you that, Your Excellencies, this partnership will not only be seen in both countries, but we invite you to take advantage of our location, where Kenya is the hub of East and Central Africa, and more so, we can be able to penetrate the Great Lakes region, which holds 12 countries, and I chair the private sector forum of those 12 countries in the Great Lakes. But because of the tripartite that has been signed by all countries in Africa, we can be able now to enjoy the 1.3 billion market in Africa through the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. So the private sector is key to drive the growth that will deliver jobs, transform labor markets, open opportunities, and unleash entrepreneurial spirit. So, Your Excellencies, I know you're busy and you must leave. So I want to stop there because my remarks had been shared, but also wish you and thank you team for allowing us to be part of this signing ceremony. And also after this to see how we can be able to implement what will be in this MOU. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Chamber President. And as you enumerated, that also the chair of the Great Lakes region, composition of 12 countries with a population of over 400 million. And therefore, for the Belarusian investors, will have a direct network. This region for purposes of investment. And in addition to that, Chamber President, thank you very much for enumerating what is in the MOU that we're going to sign today, and the partnership and the due diligence that both businesses have to carry for purposes of investment between the two countries. So I stand guided. I think, can we now go to the signing ceremony? And then after that, I welcome the two other speakers, or I bring in the two speakers and we go into the signing ceremony. Remember, we agreed that we'll end this session at 12:25, just around 20 minutes from now, because we started 10 minutes late. So I stand guided. Can we go into the signing ceremony? And then after that, we welcome the two speakers from Belarus. So I can see everyone is ready. I think we can now go into the signing ceremony. The President, Mr. Richard Ngatia from Kenya, and the Chairman, Vladimir Ulakovich from Belarusian Chamber. I think we can witness, we can all of us applause as they sign virtually the agreement.
Are we going to initial all the pages?
I think, yeah, maybe additionalize maybe the front pages and maybe, okay, thank you. Maybe you can just read the title of the MOU. Chamber President, thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So I think I can see clearly. This is okay. Fine. I wanted to read the title. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. This is agreement of cooperation between, just take it up a little bit, of the Belarusian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Republic of Belarus, and the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and Republic of Kenya, in Kenya. They just go down, so that I can read the final. Okay, thank you. I cannot see the down one, but this is an agreement. This is an MOU between Belarusian Chamber and Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, signed today, the 15th of July, 2021, at approximately 12:08 p.m. Thank you, and we can applause the whole team virtually. Maybe all of us, we can unmute our microphones and we can clap. Okay, thank you very much, Chamber President Richard Ngatia. Thank you very much, Chairman from Belarusian Chamber. And now we are ready to go into action and have economic collaboration between the two chambers. Thank you.
All right. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So I think we can quickly go, because we still have, I can give maybe 5 minutes each. So let's go to an address from Valery Bagdovsky, Head of International Cooperation, Department of Ministry of Agriculture and Food for Republic of Belarus. Kindly, sir, give your remarks. And that will be followed by Mr. Pavel Vavuvik, Trade and Structure Finance, International Business Department, JAC, Department of Bank of the Republic of Belarus. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eric Ruto. Good morning, good afternoon, dear Excellencies, Mr. Ulakhovich Vladimir and Your Excellency Richard Ngatia. Thank you very much for this unique opportunity to have a short presentation on behalf of Minister of Agriculture and Food. I thank you very much for organizing this online event. As you might be aware, the Republic of Belarus has very developed agricultural sector, For the last 20 years, we fully re-equipped our agricultural production and processing facilities and provided a complete food security for our country. Moreover, agricultural sector is export-oriented and plays a very important role in the economy of Belarus. Nowadays, agricultural sector provides 7% of contribution to the GDP and almost 20% of total export of the country. Last year, despite all difficulties and restrictions due to coronavirus epidemic in the world, export of agricultural products and food commodities from the Republic of Belarus increased by 4.5% in comparison with non-pandemic year 2019 and reached $5.8 billion. Our products were supplied to 116 countries of the world. Nowadays, the UN Food and Agriculture Organization ranks the Republic of Belarus to the first group of countries with high level of availability provision of the population with the food. In accordance with international statistic data, during the last recent years, Belarus is consistently in the top 5 of the world exporters of the dairy products, in top 20 of the world exporters of meat, sugar, rape oil. In accordance with data European Commission, Belarus occupies the 3rd position in export of butter amongst all exporters of the world, the 3rd position in export of whey powder, 4th position among the exporters of cheese, and 5th position in export of skimmed powder milk. Stable position of the country in the international market of the dairy products is the result of dynamic development of agricultural production and processing industry. If we will have a close look to our cooperation with the African continent, we can state that as a result of the 2020 export of agricultural products and food products to the countries of Africa amounted almost to $8 million and increased 75% in comparison with 2019. Of course, the total figure of our export to African continent is negligible in comparison with the total export of the Republic of Belarus with agricultural products. It's less than 1% in share in total export of the Republic of Belarus. Nevertheless, we can state that in 2020, the food products have been supplied to 24 countries of Africa against 19 in 2019. So we increased the number of our trade partners on African continent in 2020. We started export of to such countries as Algeria, Djibouti, Congo, Madagascar, Mali, Morocco, Namibia, Somalia, Sierra Leone, Equatorial Guinea, South Sudan, and other countries. Unfortunately, we can say that Kenya still is not among our active export partners of food products and agricultural raw materials. But we hope that this country has very big potential, and we are eager to increase our export to your beautiful country. We can offer you very high quality dairy products, different kinds, and also meat products and chicken, poultry products, including those produced in accordance with halal requirements. Also taking this occasion, I would encourage the business representatives of Kenya to take part in our annual event, Belagro exhibition, which usually takes place in the first week of June each year. This year, which we had a Belagro exhibition, we had delegations, official delegations from Sudan and Mozambique, from African continent. Also, on the sidelines of the Belagro exhibition, Belarusian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, together with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Agriculture and Food, organized the second Belarus African Forum, and the ambassadors and their deputies and the business representatives from 15 countries of Africa took part in this forum, including 3 representatives from diplomatic mission of Kenya in Moscow. So we hope that event will also boost our cooperation in the agricultural sector. And in our own turn, we would like to confirm that our exporters and producers of agricultural products would gladly consider the possibility to take part in the expositions that take place in Nairobi as I heard from previous speakers, that this year in November, December, you will have Expo Food in Nairobi. So we'll also try to encourage our exporters to take part in this event in order to present our potential in the agro-industrial complex of the Republic of Belarus, and also have a further discussion with business partners from Kenya in terms of our future fruitful collaboration. Thank you very much for your attention. It's my short presentation. I would gladly would like to answer your questions if you have any. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Valery. And I will straightforward go to Mr. Pavel Shavovic. And thank you very much for enumerating the products that Belarusian has in terms of exports to outside Belarus. So let me welcome in Pavel Shavovic, who is a Trade and Structure Finance, International Business Department, Development Bank of the Republic of Belarus. Welcome, sir.
Dr. Ruth, thank you so much for guiding this meeting. Good afternoon, dear participants. Let me get the presentation on the screen. 1 second, please. It's a great honor for me to participate in the event dedicated to trade and economic cooperation with Kenya. Representatives of the diplomatic corps and business circles gathered here, on which the prospects for joint work in Kenya directly depends. Taking this opportunity, I will be...
Mr. Pavel, I think you've not shared the right presentation. Kindly maybe check, because you've shared your screen.
Oh, 1 second. Do you see the presentation now?
I think you need to open the presentation. I can see on the screen 2021 Kenya Development Bank presentation. You need to open the PDF. Yes, right. So open the PDF. Kindly open the PDF.
Can you see the presentation on the screen now?
We can only see the screen.
Okay, 1 second.
You can see the screen of your computer.
1 second.
You want to share and open the document first, then share. I think that's the best thing to do.
Okay, Mr. Pavel,
okay, so I have some technical problems anyway. Don't you worry, I will send you the presentation. So just let me to go on. So I will briefly describe you the functions of the development bank.
Okay, just proceed. Proceed.
Okay. A few words about our bank. We're a classic development finance institution established in 2011 with the support of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. The bank's assets exceeds $4 billion and its capital is $1 billion. The development bank group includes the largest leasing operator in our country, which is Prom Agro Leasing, and the consulting company Beer Consult. Our mission is export finance, finance of infrastructure projects, and support for small and medium-sized businesses in Belarus. Geography of financing of the development bank. Taking into account the event theme, I would like to dwell on export finance in more detail. During 2013-2021, the development bank has provided active financial support for export deliveries of Belarusian tractors, cars, agricultural equipment, construction equipment, tires, firefighting trucks, works and services. The geography of the bank's activities includes Europe, Asia, Africa, North and Central America. The total volume of Belarusian exports financed with the bank's participation in recent years has exceeded $2 billion. At the same time, the cost of our financing is very attractive and fully competitive against the similar programs of banks in Europe, the United States and China. Well, who are our partners in Africa? The Development Bank is especially proud of the strategic partnership relations established with the most successful Pan-African development financial institutions, such as African Export-Import Bank, Trade and Development Bank of CAMESA, also known as TDB, West African Development Bank, also known as BOAD, and the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, also known as EBID. With the partners in 2014-2021, the export finance agreements were signed. Thus, the Development Bank has built and expanding an efficient and effective mechanism for financing joint Belarusian African projects on the most favorable terms. What can be the participation of the Development Bank in trade operations between Belarus and Kenya? Well, if a Kenyan company is interested in purchasing Belarusian goods, work, services, a contract has been signed, then the Development Bank, together with a partner bank, will finance export deliveries. Finance scheme with I would like to describe a finance scheme with participation in the supply chain of a dealer. Another option for finance trade operation could be financing a contract between the dealer and the final African buyer. The most recognizable dealer in Africa of Belarusian manufacturers is a company named F-Trade DMCC. The company accomplished a delivery of Belarusian tractors, harvesters, trucks, firefighting vehicles, motorcycles, spare parts, guarantee and service to Zimbabwean ministries in years 2020 and 2021 in the amount of 50 million USD. The Development Bank finances up to 85% of the amount of export contract with a loan term of more than 1 year, and up to 100% of the amount of export contract for a loan term of up to 1 year, or for financing contracts following the export contract in the supply chain. Loan term up to 5 years. There are no requirements for the minimum loan amounts. The rate at which the Development Bank lends money is CIRR rate, which is commercially oriented interest reference rate. This CIRR rate is set by OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. For today, CIRR rate for loans in euro is 0.32% per annum. 0.32% per annum. The collateral used is an insurance by the Belarusian state insurer Exim Garant of Belarus. Additionally, an export loan can be used to finance a payment of the insurance premium, the tax, custom payments in the amount of not more than 30% of export contract, the advance payments and payments after delivery. Also, it is possible to use such payment instruments as a letter of credit, in particular post-financing and discounting. To use the proposed financial tools, a buyer of Belarusian goods, work, services can contact the office of an African partner bank, of Development Bank, or the Office of Development Bank, and then the banks themselves structure the transaction to maximize customer satisfaction. The Development Bank is also ready to consider the possibility of financing Belarusian deliveries through the Kenyan banks. The Development Bank is ready to provide all kinds of support to the Belarusian Kenyan projects. Thank you so much for listening.
Okay, thank you very much, and Mr. Pavel, for enumerating. And I know for the business community, one of the most key aspects is issues of finance, and I can see very attractive interest rates at the CII rate of 0.32%. And I know there are several investors here in Kenya who are interested to develop or to import some technology from Belarus, and I'm sure they will be interested on your services. Therefore, I know now we are exactly on time, but it will be extremely unfair if we do not let the plenary to give comments, clarifications, or even questions. So allow me to extend this session by another 5 minutes. We end at 12:30, or 5 minutes will be around 12:31. I want to bring in Peter Kirigwa. Maybe you can make a comment. I know you've had a lot of interaction with the Belarusian products, and I know maybe there are some things you're working on, and he's a member of the chamber. So, Mr. Peter Kirigwa, I can see you are logged in into two Zoom logs in, so maybe you can mute one so that we can hear you well. Thank you, Mr. Peter Kirigwa, coming.
Okay, thank you very much. Honour President Gatia, Kenyan National Chamber of Commerce, the Vice President, Dr. Ruto, our President, our Chairman of the Belarusian Chamber of Commerce, our Ambassador, His Excellency Pavel Vyazkin. Let me say, I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I'm able to share with you a few things. I've been twice to Belarus and discussed and seen a lot of their factories, agriculture, and they are really much ahead, of course, of us. And I'm glad that this opportunity has come where Kenya Chamber of Commerce and Belarusian Chamber of Commerce can meet together to help us businessmen move on and do our affiliation. In fact, I'm glad to mention to you right at the moment, my companies are working with Aftrade, with Mr. Oleg, and they actually we're trying to do, which has been on and on, a tractor assembly plant in Kenya, and we are also working with Motovela and Brazil to assemble motorcycles, which have been in operation since 1949. And they are interested to come to Kenya, and the ambassador is really helping us on this. And I hope it can be a narrative when this will be able to come to fruition. But I can tell the people from Belarus that there are opportunities, serious opportunities in agriculture. And right now, I would invite the agricultural investors, because right now we have an opportunity for rice, cattle, and soya farming, and we are ready to use the Belarusian equipment, but we need partners who are ready to come and work with us in Kenya, so that there could be a transfer of technology within our things. I don't have very much to say for now, but I really will work very closely with the Chamber of Commerce in Kenya here and Belarus, so that we see some of the projects come to this country. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman of Belarus, the Ambassador, for this opportunity. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Peter Kirigwa, our corporate member for Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I would like to maybe welcome in from the attendees, whether we have one or two people who might want to give comments or ask questions, maybe 2 or 3, maybe maximum 3, so that you can be able to respond and close this session. You can unmute your microphone and ask or make a comment. Okay, I think since we do not have, I can see we have 50 participants. Since we do not have anyone who is raised, or I can see one. There's someone who has raised his hand. I hope I can. Yeah, two attendees. Kindly unmute your microphone and ask or make a comment.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you so much, Mr. Vice Chair, Dr. Vice Chair. First of all, I touched the raise button by mistake, but nevertheless, I still had my interest was piqued by the areas of research and training, and I think it would be good to get to know how the implementation of the research and training is going to happen. And again, we are very eager to have a framework that gets in touch between us and Belarus on research and trainings on areas of agriculture, so that we can upscale our market locally also to the tune that we'll even have the capacity to absorb what Belarusian areas are able to provide to us, and we shall also be able to provide to them once we've upscaled ourselves to that level. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Boaz, who comes from our secretariat at the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce. I think we can communicate further, and maybe the chairman, during your closing remarks, maybe you can make a comment. Do we have anyone from our patron member from the banking industry? I was told they are in attendance. Maybe you can make a comment from the finance sector. Okay, since we do not have our communications lines open, the contacts for the chamber, I want to appreciate Mr. Irungu, who has said, one of our members from the chamber, who has said that this webinar is perfect. Mr. Joseph Irungu, we really appreciate you. And for Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, we are ready to provide partnership and network for you to be able to trade between ourselves and Belarus. I would like to take this opportunity as we come to the close of this webinar to appreciate all the panelists who've attended and all the attendees that who've made this event to be successful. Specifically, I would like to appreciate the Kenyan government through the representatives of Foreign Affairs and from the Ministry of Trade. In addition to that, the Kenyan Chamber and the business community, the ambassador for Belarus, Mr. Vavel Vyatkin, who is also represented here in Kenya by Mr. Roman. And I would really like to appreciate the cordial relationship you had. I know you had mentioned that we are supposed to have a country excursion, a county, and you to be able to visit several businesses across the country. We shall be able to provide that platform so that you can visit several chapters of the chamber here in Kenya. I would like to give this opportunity to the chairman of Belarusian Chamber and the Kenya National Chamber President, Mr. Richard Ngatia. So I'll start with you, sir, chairman for Belarusian Chamber, to give your closing remarks for this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ruto, Dr. Ruto. So I would like to just repeat my kind words in our appreciation to all our participants, especially to our partners now, to Mr. President Njati. I'm sure that it was really a very serious step from sides of the chambers to sign our agreement. It's a basic document for developing our relationship in economic and trade sphere, and try to possibility to open the new common projects. And I agree totally with President Dratia that we just started. And it's important now to create so-called the roadmap for our cooperation, to use all potential of the chambers, all kind of our services, what we can provide. from Belarusian chambers of commerce, I'm be sure that we can provide all kinds of our services, started from certification till the business education, especially in the fair and exhibition activity. As we are national coordinator of the national exposition outside of the Belarus, we start to think and we start to planning to participate in one of the universal fair in Nairobi that will be, if I'm not mistaken, in November. I hope the situation with pandemic restriction allow us to participate. That will be the new our steps. We can organize also on this platform some business event, business forum, face-to-face. That will be more practical. But anyway, we are ready to assist. We are ready to provide all kinds of information for our partners, for the chamber, for some individual entrepreneur who wants to find the partner here in Belarus, who wants to cooperate with Belarus, who wants to come to Belarus. We are ready to provide all our kind of services. I would like to repeat also our appreciation, the representative of the government, our ambassador, Mr. Vzatkin, and also representative of the foreign affairs of Kenya, Mr. Matwanga, for the support, for the positive impulse for the business society. Let's cooperate together. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Go to Richard Ngatia to close the session.
Sorry, Mr. Richard Ngatia stepped out.
Okay, CEO. Okay, yeah, you can just give a closing remarks. Our CEO, Mr. Matonda.
So thank you, Mr. First Chamber President, Dr. Ruto. What I will say is that I really appreciate this engagement, and having recognized all the protocols, I really want to thank all our stakeholders from both Kenya and Belarus. This, the signing of the MOU is what we've actually been looking forward to. And I trust and believe that we'll really want to live to the letter of that MOU so that we are able to implement it to the fullest and be able to improve trade between the two countries, having received information that actually the trade is yes being conducted, but it's not optimally realized, as the Pius made his presentation from Kenya Investment Authority. And also we have the figures and facts. However, if there are any missions which we are planning to do, I trust and believe that the exchange missions will also build a lot of trust and make us acclimatize on the different cultural experiences, and while doing so, of course, will be enhancing and improving on trade. I don't think I want to say much, because ours is as the management in the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we really look forward to implementing these the partnership agreements on the MOU, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. And the seriousness of this is because we have received government support and goodwill from both the Kenyan government, and thank you, Bwana Matwanga, for what you are doing, and also from the Belarus government, even represented herein by His Excellency the Ambassador, who just left shortly. So thank you very much, Bwana CVP. I think that's all I want to say. This is very great. So we've been looking forward to this. We look forward to the implementation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, panelists. Thank you, Your Excellencies. And then we've come to the end. Yes.
Thank
you.
I would like also to add some words. Yeah. Also, on behalf of the Embassy of Belarus, I would like to thank you all of you. This is for this great event. Yes, I am a counselor in trade and economy, and my aim this is to support, to assist the producers, the businessmen to meet each other. Yes, and this I would like to address to our producer from the Republic of Belarus. This you have heard that this region is has great opportunity for the investors, for for the producers which would like to bring their experience, their equipment, their techniques. And please address to us. We will assist you in different ways. This is to promote your products. This is my first aim. This is the first aim of our embassy. And I would like to confirm that Kenya is the leader of the region. But we have not only Kenya with the market of 55 million people. We have at least this is 6 countries of Eastern African community and more countries from Central Africa. So if also the function of Kenya is it was declared like a hub, production hub, logistic hub, and in this way, this is also a great opportunity to penetrate the market of Kenya, the markets of neighboring countries. So any information that you need, we are ready to present. This we are working on in this direction. And also, as for the agricultural sector, we understand that these are main sectors of our both economies, Belarusian one and Kenya, and we have different points of touch to develop this cooperation. So thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Ruta. Thank you, Mr. Vladimir Evgenievich. Also, Mr. Richard Gatia. This is for great event and also for this signing ceremony. This now this agreement has shifted the level of cooperation on the cooperation on another level. So we are very glad and welcome anytime. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Roman. I know you've been the engine of our relationship between the business community here in Kenya and Belarus, and we really appreciate your services. So we've come to the end of this webinar, and I would, of course, we have overshot by time. I would like really to apologize, but because there was a lot in plenty from the presenters and the panelists. So the next thing now is to see maybe the next 1 year we have the same virtual or even physical webinar to see how far we've moved in terms of action and practical steps for purposes of economic relation and trading between the two countries. Thank you very much, and we appreciate as Kenya National Chamber of Commerce to having been the convener for this first Belarusian Kenya Business Virtual Forum. Thank you and bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.